So sometimes I'll check the forecast when we're going to be down there and just see what the temps are like. And there was a trip I went on in a December weekend one time, and the temps were like in the 50s at night. And I thought, oh, that's nothing. Like we deal with way colder here. And that 50s in Florida feels really cold. So I guess I just think it's worth mentioning, like if you see the temperatures and they look like they're going to be lower than you expected, like plan that it's going to be cold.
It's a wet cold, they say, right?
Yeah. It's a wet cold. It's 50 degrees was pretty cold for me. And I wouldn't say that up here. So anyway, something to just be aware of. Like plan if it's going to be 50s or lower, you should plan to bring stuff.
Yeah. Because humidity takes it to a different level.
It does.
Right.
It does the same thing with heat here. So
like a dry cold isn't as cold as a wet cold.
Yeah, definitely. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at those temperatures.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to this list because, like I said, that one time it got really cold on us and my family and Thanksgiving, I don't think we left our room. We went outside and we're like, screw this. Went to our room, ordered room service, even got Lapu Lapus delivered to us. That's when I discovered they deliver it to you. And we just, the rest of the week, we're just like, no, we're not leaving. It's too damn cold. I can't take this. So
I went right to the gift shop and bought a bunch of stuff.
Oh, man.
Well, that's my first tip. My first tip is if you get down there and you didn't bring anything like hats, mittens, that kind of stuff, you may be concerned that they don't sell it because you've never seen it in their gift shops before. They do. They definitely sell that stuff. They only take it out when they have bad weather.
Yeah. It's like the ponchos. You only find them at the counter when it's raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Disney World hats and mittens exist. They just don't take them out unless it's appropriate cold for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That makes
So you can buy them there. Another option too, if you forgot things, is that you can use DoorDash. You could DoorDash a lot of different stuff. And so anytime you forget something, if you don't feel like paying Disney prices or they don't have what you want at the gift shop, check DoorDash because you can probably get the thing you need delivered.
Okay. Oh, good.
See, man.
I live off of DoorDash, and I'm actually a yearly subscriber. So, like, if I order something, they actually will take money off. So that's not bad as well. I mean, if you're gonna depend on DoorDash for that. So
I would have loved DoorDash. Like when I was in high school, we took a band trip there, and it was like we're in the middle of the day. The cold front just swept through, and we're sitting here in like t-shirts and shorts. So a lot of us went to Mexico, and I bought my one and only Baja ever in my life. If you remember the Baja thing, that pull over the hood. I bought one, and that's about all we had to keep us warm because we weren't ready for that cold spell. It was the weirdest thing. It was in April. I'm like, why the hell is it cold down here in Florida? It's freezing. Baja. I wish I still had that thing.
Many of my clients are people who live up here in the Northeast. And so when the temps look cold at Disney World, they're usually pretty sad because they were booking that trip to get away from the cold temperatures. But the number one question I get before they leave is, are the pools heated? And the answer is they are. The pools are heated.
Nice. That's
all the pools?
I don't know about the quiet pools, but those feature pools are heated.
Oh, okay.
So those are good to go. Mm-hmm. So I always tell people like, still bring your swimsuits. You might still swim, or the kids might still swim because it is a heated pool. They also have hot tubs at a lot of the resorts.
Now we're talking.
Yes. So that's an option too. Although you want to probably like bring a bathrobe or something for the walk back to your room.
I was just thinking that because the pool's heated, but once you get out, it kind of like slaps you in the face.
Oh yeah.
We had a ski resort up here that had an outdoor heated pool for the winter. And so we went swimming on a 30-degree day in this outdoor heated pool. And it was great, except when you got out, it was miserable.
Oh, I could imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So the pools are heated. One downside to it being cold, though, is that oftentimes the water parks are closed.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's especially a downside if you planned your trip so that you could use that free water park day on your check-in day. And now it's closed because it's cold. People were kind of bumming about that last week.
So you lose it.
Yeah, you kind of lose it. Disney did offer those people 3 days of wiggle room. So you could use it within 3 days of your check-in day. But on that week where it was just really cold all week, there wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang,
So that is something to just kind of be aware of if you're traveling, especially in January, early February. That's when it's most likely to be chillier there.
I mean, pun intended. That's cold. What Disney just did. That's
Yeah, but they tried. That's not bad. I mean, come on. How long does it stay cold like that in Orlando
It was definitely
for
a
multiple days?
I'm
Yeah,
sure
it was a fluke.
but it's nobody's fault. I mean, I'm sure like whoever the person is that wanted to take the trip, they weren't expecting to go into whatever happened. So as a customer service place, hopefully they would give them a little break on that.
Well, like, okay, fine. But I mean, still, at the same time, like, I think you're kind of saving them from themselves at that point. Like, who wants to go to a water park when it's 51 degrees?
No, that's fair. It's just like you say, oh, well, this is something we can have. We weren't expecting this. And it's like, you won't come back again. So if there's no alternative, you're like, well, you know, that's still something we pay for. But yeah, you're right. No, nobody wants to go and slide down an igloo or something like that.
Polar bears might. I think
Maybe
polar bears
so.
dig that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried. I mean, you know, I wouldn't want my skin sticking to like the water slide.
I
like
would
that.
leave Blizzard Beach open because it kind of fits the theme, though, wouldn't you?
That's
think
fair.
like if it's cold, just let Blizzard Beach. I mean, it's right there in the
It's
name.
nothing but ice. There's like in snow. That's it.
Exactly.
All the water's frozen, so it's like it's really Blizzard Beach.
You know what? If they gave you the cabanas, if the cabanas are still open, reduce the price of the cabanas, still have like the drinks and stuff in it. Yeah, you got like a nice.
And put a
they get
little
those
portable
little
heater.
Yeah, a little cabana Wonderland. Get you some pizza.
And
Just
look-
watch the lazy river.
Yeah, just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch it freeze. That's awesome.
That's funny.
You saved it again.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
All right, yeah. So anyway, the pools are heated. That's good to know. Another thing that I would recommend is, I think this is a little bit of a hack, if you will. I would skip buying lightning lanes at Epcot. And the reason I say Epcot is because most of the queues in Epcot are entirely indoors. And so it'll give you sort of an indoor reprieve from the cold.
Ah,
And you can
okay.
take that money and do the next thing I would recommend, which is book an extended dining experience.
Ooh,
That's
I
a
like
really
dig
good
that.
recommendation.
Yeah.
That's a good piece of advice.
So don't spend money on lightning lanes at Epcot. The lines are usually not terrible at Epcot overall, and you can just sort of enjoy the warmth while you're in line. And then you take that savings and you go book yourself a 3-course meal somewhere. Like maybe you're grabbing something at the California Grill at that fixed price, or maybe you're treating yourself to a Be Our Guest meal. Something fixed price, 3 courses. It's going to take a while. Maybe there's characters involved, like an Akrashus, and just really enjoy that money a different way that's indoors.
So like that Japanese place y'all went to.
Or yeah, well, that place is really expensive. But yeah, that would be incredible.
That's an experience.
Yeah.
It does take a while, but monetarily, I don't think you're saving any money.
Yeah, maybe like a Tepanetto.
Oh,
do a-
that's
Oh
nice.
yeah, I can see that. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
you're not gonna do lightning lanes for a while.
Oh, and there's a lot of heat at Tepanetto too.